know that they are facing difficulties in order to cover up their problems and spread it to other parts of the world. They raise different pretexts and they engage in different games, and they want to somehow cover up their political and cultural fiascos. They want to externalize their problems, but they should know that they cannot do this, and hopefully due to the blessings of God they will suffer a crushing defeat. I'm officially announcing that the era of being a superpower and bullying has come to an end in the world. And the fourth point, the whole world knows. I want to re-emphasize, we seek friendship and cooperation. We do not welcome confrontation, but they all know that the Iranian nation will never give in to bullying and will resist their whole hollow world. I advise them to return to honesty, to embrace honesty, so that the nation of Iran and the region would trust them. This is to their benefit. We expected Mr. Obama to make changes, to be able to make changes, and we announced that we're going to help. We are told that he is under pressure. Very well. He should act properly, correct the methods, and act on the basis of justice and respecting other nations in order to gain power and eliminate the pressures. But giving in to pressures will not resolve any problem. Regretfully, hope to reforms is rapidly turning into disappointment. We do not want this, but his attitude disappoints everyone. Some said that he is just following Bush's attitude, but with a new literature, with a new mask. We do not want such remarks to be manifested and to be put into practice. Some offered the analysis that bringing him to the political scene is just aimed at mending the tarnished image of the U.S., but the policies are the same. We do not want such analyses to come true. We want him to manage to succeed, go on with reforms, and serve the American people, and also make up and compensate for Bush's inhumane measures and leave behind a good record. We do not want Mr. Obama to be under the pressure of a bunch of Zionists that lack culture. We want Obama to serve, but unfortunately he is losing the chances and he is not acting properly. He is he's moving in a direction that is against himself, against the interests of the American people. Is to the benefit of the wishes of the Zionists. See what they have done in Iraq. And the American administration has supported Saddam against us for many years, and even in the course of that unmanly war they supported Saddam, and later on the pretext of countering the same Saddam and Ba'athist elements, they occupied Iraq, they destroyed Saddam, they dissolved the Ba'athist party, and in fact they have recently used the political tactic, and they have put the Iraqi government and nation under pressure in order to return the Ba'athists to power. What sort of attitude is this? Why do you want to impose your wishes and views on the nations of the region? Why do you want to impose the Ba'athists on the oppressed nation of Iraq? And due to the blessings of God, you will not succeed. In Palestine, you have just kept the hands of the criminal Zionists open in order to Judaize Beit al-Muqaddas, and in fact you want to just put into practice your wishes, and this is an ugly measure that they seek to perform. But they should know that the Zionist regime has come to its end, and it's just shortening its lifespan. The Zionist regime is bringing closer its annihilation, and is bringing closer the time of its destruction and annihilation. See what they are doing in Afghanistan and Pakistan. They are killing hundreds of people on a daily basis. They establish firms under the guise of security companies. They sign contracts with them, and that company plants a bomb, and at the same time becomes responsible for discovering a bomb, causes skirmishes, conflicts, and at the same time they make that company responsible for discovering the bomb. They want to cause disruptions in Afghanistan, Pakistan, later India and China. They have long-term objectives. They want to actually transfer their economic and political difficulties to the heart of Asia. They want to just compensate for their own failures in this region. They resort to lies and conspiracies. They sell hundreds of millions of dollars of weapons to the region. They create conflicts, and they consume the arms and weaponry in order to sell more. In fact, the era of such acts of deception has come to an end. They think that the nations are asleep, and they think that the nations do not see such realities, and they think that the nations actually see the world from the camera that they have installed, and they think that the whole world is standing. They come to the podiums and speak a few words, and the world nations interpret the world developments from their perspective. We want to tell them that we want you to achieve prosperity. You should correct your attitude, and as long as you have not lost the chances, you should move in the direction of nations, humanity, the prophets of God. This is to your own benefit. If you do not move in such a direction, due to the blessings of God, in the near future one will witness your collapse and eternal annihilation and humiliation. If you show honesty, the Iranian nation is ready to help you in order to save you from a deadlock. Besides others, you can live along with others in a right way. I also want to address the nations of the region. Maintain your vigilance. The capitalist system has come to its end. Today's the presence today, the massive turnout of the Iranian nation today is an emphasis on the ending of the capitalist system. and thought, and is a confirmation of determination of such an inhumane notion and thought.